Hi, my name is Eden Willis. I'm 11 years old, and today is Make Somebody Smile. Today we have Mr. Horn, and I would like to give you this to make you smile.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, we've got the customer service manager with us here for the Carl Vincent Medical Center, Mr. Keith Griffin. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Doing very well. Mr. Griffin, this has been such a great day. Tell us about today's event and what it means to you all to have the florists come in to do this.
It is very rewarding when we have one of our local businesses. You know, they brought a flower today. I think today is Make Someone Smile. If I'm not mistaken, this is the third year Classic Florist has done this. And they bring flowers into our veterans and hand it out to our veterans. And just to see our veterans smile from seeing one of our community partners present them with a gift is very rewarding to the veterans. And I think it's very rewarding to Classic Florists as well.
And, you know, it's like, you know, to get an unexpected surprise.
Yes.
That's always nice, no matter who you are. And, you know, with you, tell us about, like, the things that you all do to really kind of to help the veterans, to encourage them each day.
Well, we're constantly, you know, working with the veterans, trying to encourage the veterans, and just let them know, you know, it is truly, truly a pleasure to be a veteran. I'm a veteran myself, you know, and we have so many veterans have sacrificed so much for this country. I think a lot of times they really don't feel like they appreciate it. But when we have local businesses come in and do things of this nature, it lets them know that they are appreciated and lets them know that they are important to the community.
Very good. You're so absolutely right. And we thank you for your service when you were in the military, as well as how you're serving the veterans today.
Yes. You know, I tell you, when I took this job working here at the VA, it was very, very unique opportunity for me to be able to give back. You know, I've served in the Air Force for 6 years, and it was, you know, I say today, the Air Force, the military, made me the man that I am today. You know, with the discipline and with the structure and the skills that you learn, you know, is a unique opportunity for an individual when they join the military. Truly
It absolutely is, and we thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Mr. Keith Griffin, ladies and gentlemen, Customer Service Manager, Carl Vincent VA Medical Center. All right, I mean, of course, this day could not be what it is without Mr. Randy Stone, floral designer at Classic Florists. How are you, Randy?
Good. How are you today?
I know you're tired.
Well, not too bad.
Tell us about the whole process of everything that you all have been doing and then leading up to getting ready for today.
Okay, so we're fortunate enough to belong to Teleflora Wire Service, and as a member of Teleflora Wire Service, we're afforded the opportunity to participate in the Make Someone Smile project. I've served on the Teleflora board for a couple of years, and as a board member, then we're kind of expected to participate in this, which it's not a chore for us to do this. We're always happy to do it. After the first year, we were pretty well hooked, and I think this is probably 7 years that we've done this.
7 years.
Yeah.
And so how many did you make?
We made about 250.
Oh, my Lord. And tell us the type flowers that you use.
Well, Teleflora sent us the little smiley mugs that you saw, and then we get our local wholesalers, J.D. Royer Wholesale out of Perry and Hornbuckle Wholesale from Macon. They donated the flowers and the foliages for us.
And you've got little cards stuck in there, too?
We do. Teleflora provided us with those to kind of explain to the recipients what it was about.
And so you've been doing this for so many years. What kind of satisfaction do you get from all of this, Randy?
I tell you what, it's probably our favorite project of the year.
Yeah.
We bring in volunteers each year to help us out with this project because there's no way we could do it with filling the orders at the shop and then this on top of it. So we've learned that we need to bring in volunteers, and we're always able to find plenty of volunteers. And as a matter of fact, we've got like a waiting list for people to come in and help us. Yeah.
Tell us about some of your volunteers this year.
Volunteers we've had in the past have been like from the garden clubs here in town. This year we had the Mustard Seed Journey. Girls come and help us, and they're a great bunch of gals there.
And so you guys made over 250?
250.
250. How long did it take to get all of this together?
Well, we got the containers in probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, started prepping those, putting the floral foam in. Then we had the girls from the Mustard Seed Journey come in and put the greenery in. And then they also came back and we added the flowers to it.
So it's been like an assembly line.
It's been an assembly line,
and
yes.
so where all have you gone within the community?
We've been to Addington Place out behind the hospital.
Right.
We went to Emerald City Lodge. Dublin Place.
And here at the Carl
and here
Vinson
at the
Medical
car,
Center.
yeah.
Well, we are so, this has been exciting. I mean, just to see the expressions on the veterans' faces, to hear their kind words and their appreciation, that in itself was just
Right.
so beautiful.
And this is, I don't want to say this is our favorite place, but this is such a big, of course we bring more here than we do the rest of the places. So this is kind of an adventure on its own to put all this together and be able to work it out with you guys and the staff here at the VA Medical Center. It's just a pleasure to come out here every year.
And you do this once a year,
We
right?
do it once a year.
And so you still have a waiting list.
We do have a waiting list.
Oh, Lord, put me down for 2020.
Okay, no, we're going to put you down for next year, Pat.
You're going to have to teach me some things because the work you do
Listen.
is beautiful.
Come on, we'll turn you into a floor designer like that.
I'm already dressed in my
You are,
florals.
you are.
Thank you, Randy.
You're welcome.
Bless
Thank you.
This is Randy, ladies and gentlemen, Classic Florist.
Call Don's Tent Rental for any event in your future. Everything from weddings, reunions, or backyard parties. There's no event too large or too small. Call Don Thompson today at 275-3586 or drop by our showroom for endless ideas. There's no other choice. For your next important event, call Don's Tent Rental, 707 Industrial Boulevard in Dublin.
K's Vapor opened its doors in October of 2012 with the intent of helping Georgians live healthier lives by providing the know-how and the tools to say no to the detrimental effects of tobacco, all within a comfortable, welcoming environment.
I've been shopping with the K's Electric Vapor pretty much since the day they opened. Very kind, helpful, wonderful staff to deal with. If you want to quit smoking, come on down and see them. I highly recommend them.
K's Vapor will always endeavor to provide premium customer relations, sparing no expense to ensure the satisfaction of all our patrons. You'll find over 150 flavors in stock. 0 nicotine to 24 milligrams of nicotine available. Starter kits from $24.99 and up. And for more experienced vapors, a variety of box mods. Enjoy K's Vaping Lounge. Anytime, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 7, Friday 9 to 9, Saturday 9 to 7, and Sunday 1 to 6.
Hey, the employees and the owners of K's wants to thank everyone for their loyal support since 2012. Y'all come on down to see us.
All right, we've got Mr. Jarrell Horn with us, a veteran here at the Carl Vinson VA Medical Center. How are you, sir?
I'm fine today. How are you?
Doing very well. Good to see you.
Pleasure's mine.
You know, you got a pleasant surprise today, Mr. Horn. What feelings do you have toward that?
All good. All through and through.
All through and through. You know, it's such a blessing to have, this event today and for you all to share in this. So talk to us a little bit about you.
Well, my name's Jarrell Horn, and I'm from McRae, Georgia. I entered the service in January 1974 and exited in 75, December. I re-entered in 81 and retired medically in 83. And during both tours, I was a hometown recruiter, and I lived at home and I recruited people from a hometown area, and I hold records for putting folks in the at a hometown campus, that they call it.
That's wonderful. Congratulations to
Yes,
you for that.
ma'am.
And of course, you had the pleasure of working with Mr. Phil Best.
Pleasure was all mine. He and I served on the city council in McRae for 10 years ago. And he's quite a character, but he is a superb public servant.
Yes, he is. He's still quite a character. You know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so with all your experiences, Mr. Horn, you tell us what has been some of the most memorable times that you've had.
Well, the most memorable time that I've had was being a advocate for my community, serving on the council in McRae, and being a farmer, being able to produce the livelihood of what people could consume. And those have been basically the most important things that I get a good feeling out of. And as I'm here, I'm chairman and president of we have a residential council here, and I'm chairman of that. And I assist people in applying for the benefits. And I get a good feeling out of that because a lot of us veterans are lost. We have veterans sometimes that don't even know they're veterans, and I mean, you wouldn't think that until you see them.
Right.
And a lot of veterans sometimes when they will come to the emergency room for medical care, and they would think they have filed a claim for benefits, and you know, so.
So you have to help them. You have to kind of help them get straightened out.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're still working. You're still serving. You're still helping people.
All the way to the grave.
And that gives you probably a great sense of responsibility and just a great sense to know that you're helping someone.
Yes, ma'am, it does, and that's what my academic background is about. And when I was, I'm an undergraduate alumnus of Savannah State. And Benjamin Hooks gave me a commencement address speech when I was there, and he gave the commencement address for Armstrong and Savannah State at the same time. And his statement was, well, let me see exactly how he put it. He said, some little boy, he used to be on the bench in Tennessee. And some little boy was come to his court for he forget about what case he had before him, but his attorney already case that before him, he dismissed the charges. And he said the little boy just kept strutting around the courtroom, and they said he had to almost bring the charge back against me to get him to leave the courtroom. And then they say, general people are so hard to help, but we got to keep trying. That is why I continuously try to assist people without no reward in return.
Yeah.
And
we thank you for that.
yes, ma'am, the pleasure's all mine.
That's something that's always been with you, and it's still within you now.
Yes, ma'am, it is. My Dr. Hans Walton was my professor of political science and my advisor during my undergraduate studies. And he always said that, I remember one day, I'm trying to make sure I got this right. We was on the second floor in the classroom, and he walked over to the window, and he put his hand behind his back, and he looked out the window, and he just looked down. And he said, 10,000 people marching, 9,999 is out of step. It doesn't hurt to march along.
It doesn't hurt to march along.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Keep marching, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Thank you. Mr. Darrell Holmes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Horn.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Classic Florist and Home Decor is filled with home decor and gift items. From lamps, accent furniture, to prints, home accessories, garden items, and so much more. No matter what occasion you need something for, Classic Florist and Home Decor has the perfect gift for almost anyone. Our professionals make any venue at any budget a beautifully decorated event. Like us on Facebook, log on to our website, or call us at 272-7681. Shop our selection of baby items at Classic Florist and Home Decor, 913 Hillcrest, or in the gift shop at Fairview Park Hospital.
We've been having such a great time with the veterans. We've got Mr. David Lee Gillis with us. How are you, sir?
I'm better than some, worse than others.
That's right. You know, you have received something that's so precious right here. How does that make you feel for them to come out here and bring such a lovely bouquet for you all?
It sure is nice, and it sure is a surprise, because I wasn't expecting nothing.
Well, you probably wasn't even expecting to talk to us today.
As a matter of fact, I wasn't.
Tell us about you, if you would, Mr. Gillis.
What do you mean, what am I?
Tell us about you. I mean, you have served in probably every branch there is.
Okay, well, I served in the Army for about 3 years. Then I served 17 and a half years in the Navy. And in between there, you know, as a corpsman, which I was, you get put with a lot of other people, too.
Yeah.
As a corpsman, I get put with the Navy, I mean, with the Marines.
Right.
So I spent over a year with the Marines. They're crazy. They thought they said there was like 4 or 5 of us corpsmen in there with about 300 Marines. Yeah. And they wouldn't mess with us. We was as crazy as they were.
What year was that?
I don't know, 94, 95, somewhere along that.
And you know, from all your experience, Mr. Gillis, in the military, what do you think has been the most valuable thing that you've taken from your military career?
I got out.
Mr. Gillis.
Well, it's true. It's the most valuable thing.
That's the most valuable thing that you. Well, you know what I was expecting you to say, though, right?
I don't know. If there's one thing that's more valuable than the other.
Well, let me just say.
I just always got a real charge of if I was able to help somebody that was injured or sick or hurt or whatever. They said at least I did my little bit of part. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, but got to start someplace.
Got to start someplace. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, I talk to military people and they talk about how they had to grow up. The military helped them grow up.
Well, I may have grown up, but I didn't really recognize any particular big change other than I had to do what had to be done.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of growing up or not.
I think it is. I think it is.
What the heck?
That's
I mean, if it's true I wasn't playing football on the flight deck or anything else.
And so here you are. You've been here at the VA for how long, sir?
Year and a half.
A year and a half. Things been going good for you? Pretty good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of here.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, we're certainly appreciative of you. Glad to see you. Glad to know that you're doing well. And glad that you got a pleasant surprise today. You're smiling. That's a good thing.
It happens.
Every now and again, right?
Yeah, I brought my smile with me.
There you go. I think we should take it everywhere we go.
Well, I do take it, but I don't always use it.
You leave it in your pocket?
I don't always use it, though. It depends.
Well, you're using it today.
Well, it's just there.
Thank you, Mr. Gillis.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Keep smiling every now and again.
Well, if I think about it.
David Gillis, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
What makes Medical Park Pharmacy and Tomlinson Pharmacy different than the big chains? People. You'll see friends and neighbors on both sides of the counter. We go the extra mile, and you can always count on compassion and professionalism. If you hate going to your big chain pharmacy and waiting, then come to Medical Park Pharmacy, 2406 Bellevue Road, or Tomlinson Pharmacy, 108 Rose Street in downtown Dublin, where your prescriptions are filled in minutes, not hours. Save money and time at Medical Park and Tomlinson Pharmacies, our family caring for your family.
Townsend Brothers Funeral Home has been a part of our community since 1937. Townsend Brothers would like to take this opportunity to thank the Advocates for Alzheimer's Care Board for providing our community with the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Center. Thank you to the employees and staff of the Lighthouse Adult Daycare. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home is a proud sponsor of the Lighthouse Adult Daycare Telethon.
All right. I mean, of course, one of our favorite gardens is the Garden of Eden, and look who I have to my right. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Now, Eden, how long have you been working for Classic Florist?
I don't really work. I just go there sometimes and help out, but mostly all my life.
Who's taught you how to do this?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. And what do you like the most about it?
Just to make people smile when they get their arrangements.
Oh, what's your favorite flower, Eden?
A rose, a red rose.
Oh, I love roses. Now, Eden, do you think that you're going to want to take over the family business when you get older?
Probably not.
What do you think you're going to want to do?
A nurse.
You're a nurse. You're going to be a nurse. Very good. So you're how old now?
11.
You've got a few years, though, still, Eden, to kind of make sure that's what you want to do. Maybe you could go in, part-time and help the family out.
Yeah.
Like are you getting paid?
No, ma'am.
You think you might need to talk that over with the bosses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, and so what are you really good at with flowers?
Just nothing.
No, okay, so that's probably got a lot to do with whether you're getting paid, right? So once you get a little better, do you answer the phones and stuff?
Yeah, I love answering the phone.
How do you answer the phone? I'm going to call you. I'm going to call Classic Florist right now.
Okay.
Ring. Phones don't ring like that anymore, but my cell phone does. Okay, old-fashioned. Ring.
Classic Florist, this is Eden. How may I help you?
Eden, yes, I'd like to order like 4 dozen red roses. You got any?
Yes, ma'am. 1 second, please, and then I'll put it on hold.
Very good. You might need to get some kind of stipend or something. So, Eden, how was it for you to come out here and deliver flowers to the veterans?
Good. I just felt very happy when I handed it to them.
You know you made them happy.
Yes, ma'am.
You know you make me happy when I see you. Anything else? All right. Good to see you.
You too.
This is Eden, ladies and gentlemen, classic florist, sometimes employee. You know, this day has been such a wonderful day, and this gentleman to my right has been instrumental in making sure that everything ran smoothly. Mr. Jenkins, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing very well. You know, I'm curious to find out some things about you, especially since you've given me your French name.
That would be fine.
Tell us all about you, sir.
Well, as I said, Gillester Napoleon Jenkins, my full name. Here I'm called Gillester, but my friends call me Napoleon.
Napoleon, nice
Yes.
to meet you.
I was born and raised in Washington County, Tunnel, Georgia. You may have heard of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Elementary school, high school there, then off to college, Fort Valley State. And as soon as I graduated from Fort Valley State, I was drafted in the military.
Right after graduation.
Right after graduation, that is correct. Started in January 1969. From there to basic training, advanced military training, and then to Vietnam.
To Vietnam.
Right.
You have a lot of stories in that
I
head
have a
of
lot
yours,
of
don't you?
stories. A lot of
And
stories.
so, and here you are, you're working here at the VA. We thank you so much for your service. Tell us about the work that you do here.
Well, it's, believe it or not, it's very wholesome. Working here, I've been put in a position where I can help make a difference in someone's life,
Yes.
and I thoroughly enjoy that.
And you know, you've been here for 5 years, is that correct? You were
Almost.
like the welcoming committee. As soon as we got out of our cars, before we got out of our cars, you were right there.
Well, I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that you all had your act together to make sure that my veteran was going to be happy.
So
I
you
had
had,
to,
you
I
had
had
to
to,
check us first, so it wasn't.
I had to organize it to make sure that you all was going to take care of
Yes.
my people.
And how was today for you?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, this is the first time I've met with this group.
Yeah.
However, it was very rewarding because I could see the love, the
Yeah.
enjoyment that they get
Yeah.
for doing something for the patients.
That's right.
You
That's
know.
right. And you know, and I'm sure that each and every day you enjoy what you're doing because you're giving back to so many other soldiers and military person.
Yes, being a first sergeant in the military, you're the senior advisor on the enlisted side,
Right.
and you kind of on the enlisted side is the commander, and your main objective is to take care of your soldiers.
That's right. I mean, a soldier had an issue, they'd have to go to the first sergeant in the first place to
Exactly.
get things handled. And I've met a lot of first sergeants in my day. They were nothing to play with.
Well, I'm a little bit more humble than
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
However, you know, I believe that it's got to be a win-win situation
Yeah.
in taking care of a problem. You don't look to punish first. You look to assist
Yes.
and help, but you might have to do some punitive things.
Right.
However, but that ain't the first objective that you have.
That's right.
You want to fix it.
Well, we thank you for all the things that you fixed in the past and you're fixing yet today.
Well,
And
thank you.
And thank you for keeping us in line.
Well, thank you.
Napoleon Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.